I and when I think of you, it's beyond the dancing school. For me,
Mhm.
even when I needed letters of recommendation or, something like that, or
Mhm.
even for a job, for a school, for anything, and they would say, "Who's Judith Ballard?" Like, you got it, because this letter is, and I'm like, well, wow, okay, you always were a big advocate, even though you were tough on me at certain periods
Mhm.
of my life. Um,
Mhm.
but you were still a big advocate. I never questioned whether you thought I could be successful, whether you thought I could be good at something, whether you would vouch for me in a certain, situation. You're pretty straightforward. So if you did have an issue with me or something I did, you just come up to me and let me talk to you for a second, and I was, my paternal side is like that. They're very direct. So I'm accustomed to that. I like when I don't have to beat around any bushes. I don't have to guess,
Mhm.
what
Mhm.
type of person you are. It's just your heart is on your sleeve and this is it. Um,
Mhm.
and that's very
No
comfortable.
pretense. And that's it's so interesting that you say that. I do. I wear my heart on my sleeve. And even though I'm hard, and I think that's because of my upbringing, and especially where the arts were concerned, I felt like if you're going to be here for the hour, then be here for the hour. And that means you have to, take direction from me. And it's not personal because every kid, every teenager, you're all going to be treated the same. And yes, I mean, over the years, I've had my favorites in terms of dancers because I felt like I impacted their development. But as kids, everybody to me was the same, even the ones that gave me the hard time. And I'm not going to mention any names at this point because I don't want to put certain people on blast, but there's a laundry list of, kids and teenagers that felt like that they could challenge me. And my whole thing was, I'm not a vicious person, I'm not a violent person, but you don't know what I'm about. So because you don't know what I'm about, you see me here, you see me walk into a dancing school, you see me, and I'm a light-skinned Black girl. I'm not your typical, you know. Um, I've been, told over the years you're not Black enough. That's been said to me. I'm not Black enough. And the minute a person hears me speak, they know that I'm pro-Black. I'm all about my race of people. I'm all about the race of men. I don't believe in deviating from, who and what I am. Some people have a type, some people don't. My type is Black. My type is Blackness when it comes to men, when it comes to friends, when it comes to my family. I have a few people here and there that I consider very good acquaintances, but I do not have like a lot of uh, interracial friendships. And I think that's a lot of that circumstance, where I live, um, the job, I tended to be the same way I was at the dancing school. I come in, I do what I have to do. No, I don't want to socialize, and I'm out. And when I come to
Oh no,
something, I'm going to show
gotta
up
go.
and then I'm leaving. I don't need to socialize with you. Now, if you need something from me, I'm all about doing that. But I feel like if you're going to ask me for something, I don't need to get anything in return. The only thing that I do need is your respect. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like me, but you do have to respect me because if you respect me, you're going to find things when you sit down and say, I actually like this about that person, even if it's superficial. Oh, I like the way, her jewelry. I like her makeup. I like the way she dresses. I like the way, she enters the room. And so even my position